Hello and welcome, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me. A couple minutes early today, but not bad. We pop into existence. There we go. Good to see you all. Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate you being here. So yeah, Fugitive run today, and it's Wednesday night for us. Fantastic, fantastic. Looking forward to doing this. Good to have you all here. I know that, who was it that was in here earlier? I just saw that. Hold on. That was Slashing Lake that jumped in around 5:30, so appreciate you being here, Slashing. Appreciate it. Mr. Broke, good to have you here. Thank you very much for staying awake long enough to see me. Marty, and I know you're lurking now, so Marty, thank you very much for swinging by. Appreciate it, buddy. Thank you so much. One Thumb, good to see you. Mr. Broad, good to have you here. Like I said, appreciate you. Who else is here? Let me just check through here real quick. Lots of names over on the YouTube side, of course. Angus, good to see you. Thank you very much. And hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I don't think I did. Appreciate you being here, though. And over on the Twitch side, we don't have too many folks over there, but, you know, we only just started streaming over there, and we've just been doing that a little bit. But thank you, folks, for joining us over there, too. Appreciate you. So, yeah, we're getting started here, getting some things done. We're moving along in the Fugitive run, and I know there's going to be some questions, too. It is hump day. Absolutely. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate you. We're going to keep things moving along in the Fugitive run. I know there's going to be questions about, there have been some questions and discussions, you all know this, about the Bounty Hunter run, the Bounty Hunter challenge that I'm doing as far as the video is concerned every Monday. Still didn't get quite the answer I was looking for from Beeblebum, so I decided just to go with this. To just explain one time real quick regarding the ships. And you have to reach certain tiers of kills before you can acquire a specific ship. And in the end, the goal is to have one of each type of ship, okay? The explorer, the hauler, the fighter, you have to have one of each. You're allowed to skip it, not use it, if you will. You can use whatever ship you're in at the moment and just skip past that one, but you still have to own one by the end. So I have to get through the whole thing, and before I can fight the mothership, if you will, I have to own one of each ship. So just going to go with that from now on. And that's going to be my goal from this day forward. Now, for this one, I've got to remember to myself, this is a fugitive run, and not to get it confused with the Bounty Hunter. So I got to make sure I'm not running into any buildings or anything like that. Warfrat, good to have you here. Thank you very much for being here over on the other side. Appreciate you, my friend. So, yeah, follow me on Twitch. And that's showing up over on the Twitch channel, too. So I don't think there's any way around it. It's going to show up on both. Unless I could do one or the other. Maybe I can do one like Streamlabs for YouTube, and I can use Stream Elements for Twitch. Maybe I can do that. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. I'm at 113 kills in the Bounty Hunter. Yeah, I have, and a couple of you figured this out too, and I've stated it many times. I usually do a few episodes, and I record them all in one session. You know, 1, 2, 3. I'll get a few extras done. I've got 5 episodes done for it so far. So episode 6 is going to continue on. I don't need to get started on how many kills I have thus far, but it's probably going to last at least 2, 3, I think 3 more episodes after the 5. So we're going to have like 8 episodes, I think, all total by the time this is all done, if I don't die. If I don't die is the big key here. But I've had the stupidest and dumbest luck in that Bounty Hunter run. I just want to be very, very clear about that. I have been finding space station after space station with S-class multi-tools in them, and I don't know what the heck is going on. But every time I do, I make sure I at least do, go into the screenshot mode so you guys can see the glyphs for the system, because it's just driving me nuts. I can never find it. I'm always getting C and B class on every single space station. No, indeed. Do a run I'm going to be deleting, and I got to find the S class ones. Why, of course. It's got like stinking Jason luck going on for that one, so it's pretty cool. So 113 kills, huh, Demager? Yeah, I've got quite a bit more. You'll see. I don't get it. So what else we got? What else? Hey, Echo Prime, good to see you over there on the YouTube side. Appreciate you. You mean only have one of each ship all at once by the end battle, correct? Yes, that is correct. So having one of each type of ship. And someone also asked, if I find like a crashed hauler, can I rescue the hauler? Can I repair the hauler and trade it in? A, you have to have enough kills to be able to own a hauler. That's number 1. And 2, you can't have more than one of each ship type. So if you've already got a hauler, in order to acquire the crashed one, you have to trade it in for that one. So you have to get rid of that perfectly good one that you paid $20 million for to acquire the $1.5 million worth or credit worth, if you will. Crashed one, not worth it. Not worth the time, not worth the energy to even bother with that. My suggestion is if you happen to find a crashed one and you're not going to be using it, just get that one, repair it enough so it's usable, and that's it. Go on with the current one you got. If you're buying them, you're going to have to get enough money. Scrap is the best way to go. Find the salvageable scrap, go that way all the way. And that's probably going to be your best bet as far as that's concerned too. So there you are. So Dragon Man, good to see you, buddy. Thank you very much for joining us on the YouTube side as well. Appreciate you being there. Yeah, the Bounty Hunter series is pretty cool. That may become a mainstay in my repertoire, though. If you check the links down below, is it linked here? I think, yeah, I put it in the description below on YouTube. That there's a link to Beeblebum's web page. So you can go to his web page and you go to the menu section, and he's got the challenges all listed in there. Select one, it gives you the whole written out challenge. Really cool. He's got one called the Cursed Run, and it's very interesting. And I think I'm going to do that one next. That one looks pretty neat. When you have to find each one of each type of multi-tool S-class. I wouldn't even know where to begin on that one, Thumb. That's a run maybe for someone like Delta. I think Delta 1246 would probably want to do that one, because he's always looking for the ultimate multi-tools, and, you know, he does the multi-tool challenges and stuff like that. I could see him doing something like that. I don't know about me. That's tough on me. I don't know if I could do that. That would be a little bit too... I don't know, the ADHD and me and the OCD would fight against each other on that one. But it does sound pretty cool. It does sound pretty cool. The cursed one run, yeah, that looks pretty neat. I like that too. So we're going to keep on going here. Let's go ahead and get started here. We're going to go ahead and get moving along. Let me switch over here. Hold on a second here. There we go. All right, so where's cursor over here? There it is. Okay, so you can see I have my bounty hunter run. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one. That was my old bounty hunter run, and there's no use in keeping it. Our run here, you can see there's really nothing that isn't listed here, and you know that the expedition is over here, guys, so it's no more expedition. Someone mentioned that No Man's Sky was on sale on Steam, and it is indeed on for sale on Steam if you've never played the game. Right now it's, I think, 60% off. You get it for like 25 bucks US. Worth it, worth every penny. 30 something DLCs and no charge for any of them. Definitely worth the price. But this expedition's over. It's on sale there. I don't see it going on sale on any other platform, so I think it's just a one-off type thing. I don't know, spring sale, something like that. That's probably all that is. But is there another update coming? I don't think we're going to see anything. I'm still going to stick to my guns on that. I haven't seen anything from Sean, so I think we're going to be waiting until sometime at least late May in order to see anything coming out from him in regards to that. So it's going to be a little bit. Let me do something here real quick. There we go. Okay, got everything going. So, switching brain to fugitive mode, yeah, that's the hard part, guys, I'm telling you. I said on YouTube, not sure if you can see me there, you can mark the coordinates of the crashed one. Go to the space station and sell your current hauler, then go back and claim the crashed one. You can do that. You can do that. So, but how far do you want to go with that? And I don't know if it's really worth it. Think about this. If you pick up salvageable scrap, okay, you can pick up 3 or 4 different items that'll probably be worth, all total, the cheap ones will probably net you a little over $1 million. The more expensive ones could get you several million at one shot, right? How much time does it take to pick those up in regards to getting a crash ship, repairing it, getting up to the space station and selling it, and then selling all the items you get from it? Frankly, I don't think it's worth it at this point, you know, especially in a permadeath run. In a normal save, you might get some more money for the ship, but in a permadeath where all the things are set to maximum, you're not getting enough money for the ships in order to really make it worth your while. So I don't think so. If the crash one was an S-class, yeah, maybe. I don't think I've ever seen an S-class hauler, crashed hauler, that is. Except maybe one time when I was literally looking for it. When I would go on to No Man's Sky coordinate exchange and check out the coordinates and look for one specific, then maybe I could find one, but I've never seen an S-class one in the wild. You know, who says it isn't going to happen? You know, especially with this save, we'll see how that goes. But we don't know. We'll see. Yeah, and it's kind of hard to switch back and forth. Sorry, I got both chats going. Both screens here. I got my cell phone monitoring YouTube, and I've got a tablet now monitoring Twitch, so I can keep an eye on things and make sure everything's going okay. Not so much for the chats over here, but just to make sure that the streams are going okay. So We shall see. We shall see. To find the crashed hauler as your first hauler making it. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. If I find it as the very first one after I make all my kills, that's fine. Throw down a save beacon or something like that. You don't get the save beacon, but you're going to figure out how to do that later on. You used to find them all the time, but that was back in 2018. Yeah, it was a different time then. That's true. That's true. A lot of things changed when you got to, like, what is it, Next or something like that, or Beyond. One of the two really changed things up, and things started getting a little less, you know. And then even so, Worlds 1 changed everything again, and that really crapped out a lot of stuff. I mean, I had some great multi-tools I was going after. They no longer exist in those areas. So, yeah, I'm probably going to have to pull those videos one of these days. So, but anyway. It was before Next? Yeah, there you go. It was before Next. That's a really weird statement if you think about it. All right, let's get in this. It was Next or before? Make up your mind. Love it, love it. Good to have you all here. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate you guys being here. It's right to sit my head on something. I don't know. I'm imagining things. Well, I'm right next to my ship. Oh crap, now I gotta figure out what I was doing. Yeah, let's get in the ship for a moment. We'll figure this out. Hold on. Alright, so we are a fugitive on the run. I gotta switch gears here. I'm so used to doing that. I've done so many different episodes of Bounty Hunter, I'm forgetting what I'm doing at this point. We've got 2, if I'm not mistaken, let me check here. I think we've got 2 glyphs. Exploration. I've got to figure out where I need to go here. It's material items, technology, collected knowledge. That's where I needed to go. Is it other? I got 2. That's interesting. I didn't know they had that before. That's pretty cool. That's really neat. No way you could keep it more than one run straight. Oh, please. Yeah, tell me about it, Wharfrat. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Your favorite ship, asymmetrical and hi-hat. Oh, stop. Hey, it was free, okay? Actually, I think I had to buy it now that I think about it. If I remember correctly, I had to buy it from someone who landed next to me. But yeah, there we are. So we got 2 glyphs. We need 6 more. And we could use some money. Well, what do we spend it on? We're only going to go to a space station. Oh, we're in a pirate system, if I remember correctly. Didn't we get into a pirate system? Yep. I remember that. That's right, because we could actually go into the system and into the galactic map and determine where the pirate system was by accident. So it really worked out well, because when we got out of this, that's not where I was going. Oh, when we were in the... It's Discoveries, right? Yeah. We were looking over here. It's like, well, I don't think I've ever been to this system before. That's kind of weird. Someone said, just go ahead and mark it. You can mark the system. So I keep doing that. I'll get in there. Hold on. Set waypoint. Yeah, so you could set the waypoint and go to that system later and it would take you there. So that was pretty neat. So, and you can hide the system too. Look at that. I didn't know you could do all that. So new stuff I didn't even know existed. That's pretty cool. My YouTube video on my runaway mold farm got changed to a metal fingers farm. Yeah, I know. Like, I had a runaway mold farm too, where I had like a whole ton of mold that I had set up. I went back to that planet not too long ago, and it's like, instead of the 23 or 24 mold balls that were there, it's got like 4 or 5. And someone else set up a base right next to mine, which I can't even figure out how the heck they did that, because I've uploaded this base. But there is that. So yeah, someone told, yeah, I know who told me to mark it there, Dimitro. It was you. So thank you very much for that. That was pretty cool. Just the little things you forget about or that you don't remember doing. So what we're doing here, we need to find glyphs. We need to find a solar ship in order to go into the station. Yeah, take credit where credit's due, my friend. Yes. Okay, that was a message from somebody. I'll have to get back to him later. All right, let me go ahead and get a move on here. So launch thrusters, how are we doing on stuff? We got a ton of stuff on our inventory which we can either sell or use. We can actually build ourselves a Corvette if we wish. All right, and what about in my exosuit? Okay, we're kind of empty in there. Good. That's weird. I got a movement model because I got other movement modules. I gotcha. All right. So we want to find glyphs and we want to find a crash ship if we can. And this planet was supposed to be a good planet to start on, so we'll check this out. Let me do some searching. We're not allowed to enter any buildings, but we can search around and do the old Beeblebum view, if you will, and keep an eye open for stuff. So we'll see how it goes. I was 2 years old when I learned that. Yes, exactly. Exactly it. Alright. So we got a building, not much of there, but if we switch into first person, any ships will show up on our screen here. The problem is finding glyphs, and that's the tough part. This is a pretty decent planet, though. Let me try something. You put your Corvette parts in the workshop crate. Yeah, I know, to save for later, but I can't go into anything but an abandoned space station in an abandoned system, and my ship, I don't think, has that ability yet. Yeah, I just got that upgrade for my warp drive, but that's about it. I don't even have a cadmium drive, and I don't have the technology to build one. I'm going to have to find crash ships to get the technology, so... And can't build a base. Boy, there's so many rules. Thank you, Beebs. Let me think here. Alright, so we're continuing on straight. Do I want to land... Oh, that's what I was going to check real quick. So what do we got here? We've got a fissured planet, and we have an unknown world. So... And that looks much, much smaller than the planet that we're on. This also has dissonance detected. So we can get ourselves a special ship as well. Alright. Let's keep going. And I'm going to switch into first person view and try to stay here for a little bit to see if I can keep an eye on the map up ahead. I don't know if I'm going to find anything. I may have to go go out on foot and look for stuff. But there's a lot of water on this planet too, so... May not work. You look for crashed solar ships, landed pilots with a solar and or glyphs. True. True. So getting out and wandering around might not be a bad idea. Plus, finding a system with a moon would be better for finding glyphs. So I don't think I'm going to use this planet for finding glyphs. We're going to just see if we can't find ourselves a crashed ship and go from there. You already got advanced mining beam for the Sentinel ship. I don't think we have one for a Sentinel ship. No, I don't. Oh, I see what you mean. I know what you're talking about. Hold on. No, I did not get that either. So another reason to find an actual crashed ship rather than a Sentinel ship or anything like that, because we can't get any of the things for it. So that's a little campsite. Yep, you heard me say it. Campsite. Yep. I know. Hey, look. Looks like debris. I called it debris. You heard me. A lot of buildings. At least that's something. You know, maybe I should get out and start wandering about. Okay, that one's in the water. That's not going to help me at all. That looks like a beacon, maybe? No, another campsite. I'm saying it very specifically because someone in this chat is probably not wanting me to call it that. Sentinel's tools have an advanced mining beam already that you can... Yeah, that's true. That's true. If we can find a multi-tool in one of those sites, or even one of the... what do you call it? Their place over here? Sentinel Hive, that would be great. So nothing so far. Not that I expected, you know, the ships to start popping up on my radar immediately, but... Okay, nothing special there. Should have just went out of first person, it would have been easier. Still on the hunt, Mr. Fugitive? Yes, I am. Starduster, good to see you. Definitely right. What am I definitely? What is it doing? You're gonna advance mining? Maybe yeah. I need that sometimes for my camp. Yes, we're gonna definitely need that stuff. So we will get there. We will get there. I can't get a sentinel ship until later, but little by little, it's all part of the fun, right, guys? Come on now. Looks like another little campsite next to the water. Anytime they're next to the water, it doesn't help, and most of this place is next to water in every instance. Yeah, like that one there is the same thing. Beautiful water here. I like the reflection on the water. They did a good job with that. Yep, I know. I'm charging. Sometimes it's hard to see the icons too, so. Trick. So you may be allowed to do a little cheating by firing at a distant resonator from a ship in a pirate system. Oh, that's true. I ought to check that out. Worst comes to worst, I can always land. Yeah, let me give it a shot. That's not actually cheating. That's actually a good point. I think we can take out a dissonant resonator. I don't have any weapons or guns to shoot them with, so I'd have to use my ship to do it. I can use a mining beam, but it takes a while, and then you risk the chance of getting attacked. But with all this water everywhere, I ought to check to see if there's a better area of the planet. We're checking the radar very carefully. Let's see if we can get a dissonant resonator. We can't shoot the radiant shards, but go over here a little bit. Looking for everything. Thank you. New challenge or just a polished up one? It is definitely, no, it's the same Fugitive challenge that Beeps has out there. In the description area, there's actually a link to his website if you want to look at the details a little bit better. He has cleaned them up a little bit, you know, just to make them more modern to the latest updates and stuff. Yeah, that's a guy I can actually fight if I want to get some bounty or something like that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that in this ship. Alright. Trying to pay attention to everything on here, so I probably passed over a dissonant resonator or two. Hey, Miss Chase, good to see you there, Miriam. How you doing today? Oh, there's one. Okay. So, oh, there's another one right over there. Okay, well, we should have one right in front of us, right? Oh, he's probably in the trees, and I just can't see him. Alright, let me come out of this mode real quick here. So this guy's down inside the trees there. That's a pain in the neck. There should be another one right up here. There he is. Let's see what happens. Okay, so that seems to work. There we go. Okay. Just want to clear up some space while we head back over to this guy. I'm not being attacked, so I think we're correct. So we can get an inverted mirror that way pretty easily. And again, we're not being attacked by anything, so that's good to know. So I did forget about that in regards to these systems here. Can't clear out enough of the trees to get to them. Yep, I know. Whoops, wrong button. Alright, did I, yeah, he's right over there. We'll do one more round here. Sorry, I got to focus on this one in order to get him. Okay, he's in that tree stand right there. What do we got? Another inverted mirror. Okay, good to know. All right, so that works out a little bit better. So just stay in the ship, you'll be fine. Happened. Oh yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's in a pirate system, the sentinels don't really have as much power. I've run into some systems that they do, that they're still floating around and you got to be careful about them and everything like that. But in some systems, in most pirate systems, yeah, you can just attack the sentinels with impunity, if you will, and they will not attack back, and they won't even call in the mothership or anything. Get a little extra stuff out of it. So we do have an echolocator now, so we can do that. And that may give us a good multi-tool as well, so maybe we should just go ahead and use that and see what we come across. Bingo is the word of the day, folks. Yep, I know. Where to? That way. Alright, that way. How far out are we? Minute and a half? Just under? Okay. Let's check it out. Totally meant to do that. There we go. Let's speed that up just a little bit. I'm not going to head out into space. It's not far away. Thing is that even... Oh, look at that. Look at that. We can use that to find crashed ships if we were allowed into a building. Alright, looks like this guy's getting a little close to me right now. If he attacks, well, we'll see what happens. Whoa, slow down, Tex. Okay, we're here. Alright, before we get out, what's our landing situation like? Okay. Alright. Might as well do this too since we're here. Okay. Alright, good. Alright. Out we go. Good news is we can pick up some extra stuff. Success. Before we do, get the rest of this. Let me see what else we picked up. We don't need the void modes. We're never going to use them. Okay. Okay. That's one big dude, huh? Careful hunter. We got to be careful because if I don't know if he's going to be a meanie or not. 2 of 11. Okay. All right. I might check some more out. We'll see. All right. Let's do the old computer here. Yeah. Consumed by fire. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Input. Kick out. All right, what do we got? So 6, 12, 2. Okay. Okay. Compliance. Access granted. Harmony awaits you. Kick me out. Let's get back in. Let's undo the multi-tool seal. And we're going to find the ship anyway. We can't do anything just yet, but it'll at least mark it. We can always come back to the system to get it later. Oh, and I got a trader just landed nearby. Go figure. Come on. Get down there. I don't know how many nanites I have, but... Where is he? That's that. Ah, crap. I don't know where I am in relation to that guy. Well, crap. I don't know where he is. Anybody see him on the radar? I don't see him. I see my ship. I don't see his. Probably already took off by now. The amount of money I could have just made if I could see him, it would be great. And he might even have a solar ship. No idea where he is. No, I don't see him. Well, crud. Yeah, that's true. I don't really need to. This guy has an echolocator too, by the way. Interesting, huh? Yeah. Okay. Let me be. C-class, and all it has is the hijack laser, so... Oh well. We can find another camp, though, since we can get another one of these. I'm going to go ahead and grab it anyway. Just because they're just much better. The hijack lasers are much better, and how many spots do we have available on this? 6, 7 extra spots besides the 3, so that's 10. 3, 6, 8. Yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and grab it. Hey, Fett, good to see you. Yeah, I know. I was looking for the green ship icon. I think it was too far away for me to pick up. I don't know why. So we're going to go ahead and grab this anyway. I need to do some trading of stuff around real quick between the two multi-tools. But I need someplace I can stand and not get my butt frozen. Okay, that'll work. Okay, so in here, how much room do we have to do this? I think we've got enough. Let's get rid of this crap. Let's see. So we want to uninstall the terrain manipulator. And then do this. Okay, that should take care of everything that's in there, right? Yes, okay. No, dummy. Okay. And then while we're here, let's make one more of those. Okay. Can we open any of these up? We only need usually a, really, none of these. One is taking an inverted mirror. Two for the inverted mirror. Let's go ahead and get rid of that one, since I have 2 inverted mirrors. All right, we'll put you down there. Put you over here. Put you there. And I need more ferrite dust for you. Go figure, I'm low on ferrite dust. That's supercharged. Do we have any upgrades for the scanner? No, we don't. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, Fett. Thanks for asking, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah, I can probably fix 2, and that's it. I can probably get, if I can get a crystallized heart, some more Atlantidium, we'll be in good shape. That's true, Dragon Man. I'll try to do that as well. Get more Atlantidium with the regular tool. Photo mode? Oh, that would have been a good idea, Worf. I'm sorry I missed that. I should have picked that up earlier. Let's try the mining beam in the old multi-tool to get more ferrite dust. That's true. Let me finish installing... What do I need? I need that. Okay, good. Let's go back to the other multi-tool. Can't get rid of it. Think we can get rid of the scanner? Yeah. And the analysis visor, but you can't get rid of the mining beam, unfortunately. But did any of those give me any ferrite? Yeah, I got some ferrite dust out of it, so that worked out. Alright, so... Back to you. Finish installing, and we're done. Okay, good. So we got a really nice mining beam now. That'll be good. You meant the scanner? Okay, that's fine. Dimitro, yes, it would be lethal unless I do it from my ship. Keep that in mind. All right, so we have eyeballs on one ship. It's out that way and 8 hours away if we want to walk there. Okay, how's our resources look here? Okay, good. And we got a few empty spots over here. I don't really need this right now. I can make some more later. All right. Okay. Let me just circle around real quick because we're going to hit that guy and get another echolocator. Oh. Thank you. Messed that up. I thought I was aiming right at him, but apparently I wasn't. Darn trees. Wimpy guns. It's aiming. I'm trying to aim for this guy, but I'm shooting sentinels instead. Do I even have rocket launchers? I do. I can probably use them too. Four turns at this. Where is this guy at? There he is. Am I doing something wrong here? Am I just not hitting this guy? Thank you. I'm glad I could destroy 10 sentinels, but I'm trying to get him. Am I hitting the wrong guy? Oh my gosh, cut that out. I'm on the wrong hill. I know, I gotcha. He's over there. I can get this one too while I'm at it. Alright, there's our echolocator. That was stupid. You know what I'm looking for right now, correct? Looking for one of the spider walkers here. Okay. I don't know what I'm running into there, but okay. Another one with an echolocator. Okay, well that's good. I'm gonna destroy myself. Okay, where'd he go? I got myself turned around. It looks like I found another one. Yeah, there's another one right over here. Inverted mirror, which I could always use. I keep running into them. I think that's what's going on, is I'm running into the top sail on them, and I'm going to destroy my ship if I keep this up. Alright. Where's the first guy? I got the first one. Where's the second one? There's one right in front of me. There he is. This is fun. Okay. There's the other echolocator. So we got 2 more of those. I would like to get a mining beam. Not a mining beam, you know what I mean. So there's another guy over here. Let's go up just a little bit. Come back down. Inverted mirror. Okay, good. And it looks like there was one more right over here. There he is. I see him now. The easiest way to kill sentinels, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. Where are you? Where'd you go? I can't see you anymore. There you are. Yeah, you think so? Did they actually try to heal the, this guy? Alright, I think I got him. Inverted mirror. Okay, is that all of them? I think that's all of them, finally. We had like 4 right in a row over here. Yeah, that looks like everybody. Alright, let's check out the ship, because I am curious as to what kind of ship it is. Rocks. Okay, we got rocks. And we're on our way. It's orange. I think so. Nope.
Warning. Threat detected.
Okay. So, not a swing wing or anything like that. It's just a normal one. That's not bad. That'll do. We'll check it out. I can't get anything for it yet. It's a C-Class 1. Okay. Alright. So, what we can do is if we leave this here, we'll always be able to find it. Okay?
Warning. Threat detected.
3 pirates, by the way. Come on, get in there. Oh, I see what they're doing. They're actually attacking that other building over there. Gonna be a little bit of weird fight flying here. Watch your shields, Paul. Watch your shields. There we go. 200,000 credits for it, so it was worth my time. Starship shield batteries, nice. Gek relic. Got all kinds of stuff I don't need. And more ammunition than I care to have right now. Okay, good deal. Free money. It could go badly, but it didn't. Come on, I'm better than that. Usually. Alright, so let me do the echolocator one more time. You know what? I'm going to put the other one in the ship, I think, for now. I don't need this carbon nanotube. These aren't really worth anything. Over this way? Okay. And if we can find another site and just check one more multi-tool and see how well we did, maybe that'll be good. And then we just definitely need to find a ship, though, besides the one we just found. And I'm not going to... I think going to another system would be good. Well, we need to find a solar ship, so I just need somebody to land. How's my money reserves doing? 6.2? Actually, it might be enough to purchase one. How's my landing gear doing? Good. All right. You just get to that point once in a while where you're like, give me a break.
Thermal protection falling.
Get in here. Okay, good. You don't have to. That's true. I mean, I could keep going. You're right. We don't have to enter a pirate station, but I do need to get a multi-tool that has an advanced mining laser so we can get a sentinel ship.
Technology recharge.
Hey, every little bit helps. All right, let's do this one more time. Okay, so 9. Really? Okay, 15 and 4. And I'm not going to locate any dissonant spikes. We'll save that for later. Alright, so what do we got? Another C-class, and no advanced mining laser. We do have this, and that's about it. It actually has better slots, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 slots available. So definitely worth getting. So, what do you need to unlock these? I don't think I got any of the hearts, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. That's true. I didn't think about that. I should have grabbed that. The scrap behind there. I could have got inverted mirrors. You could have got shards. A number of different things here. So, yeah. Hey, tradesman. Good to see you, by the way. Thanks for joining us over on the YouTube side. Appreciate it, man. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, let's compare. And we're going to go ahead and take this one because obviously it's a little bit bigger and a little bit better than what I had before. So we'll go ahead and take that. Hey, Fat, good deal, good deal. Oh, you know, thanks for mentioning Dune. I don't think I've been in there long enough to... I got to check my base real quick and make sure it's all fueled up and everything like that. I did some runs recently, and I think I have enough fuel to keep it going. So it's been a hot minute. So, all right, cool. Thanks, man. And appreciate you being here. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. All right. Once again, I'm going to switch everything over again because I can. Maybe I should look for another ship. Maybe I'll find a better one. And they'll stay in the, in my resources and stuff like that. So let's leave you there. I'm going to move some stuff around here. Hold on. Inverted mirror. These are all crystallized hearts. You can tell by looking at them. This is just Atlantidium. That should be, and that should be. So, inverted mirror. So we can actually open all these up with enough. I got 3 inverted mirrors. So, and I don't think I have enough Atlantidium, but I can get more. So that'll be good. Yeah, don't go crazy checking on it, man. Yeah, no big deal. See, I'd really rather use that slot for it, though. That's the thing. Just don't have the radiant shards or the crystallized hearts to open those up. Oh, cool. Let's go ahead and get that one. Probably out of Atlantidium. Yeah, enough of it. How many inverted mirrors do I have left? Let me just check. I got 3 over there. Hey, Beeblebump's rating us over on the Twitch side of things. Awesome, dude. Appreciate that, Beebs. And it looks like they're joining us over on the YouTube side, too. It's great to have you here, man. So on the Twitch side of things... Nope. I have to spell things right. There we go. Excellent, excellent. Good deal. So there you go. Shout out to Beeblebum. Everybody check out his channel. Of course, Beeblebum's been around for ages. And we're doing this Fugitive run, and guess who wrote it? So, it's the man, the myth, and the legend. Good to have you here, man. Appreciate you, buddy. And he's now following us over on Twitch. Thanks, buddy. I've been following you for a while over there, too. But good to have you here, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. We're just doing Fugitive on this one. And thanks for all the help on the Bounty Hunter run, too. We've been talking about that at the very beginning. So, cool stuff. Cool stuff. Appreciate you being here. And over on the YouTube side, thank you very much for being there as well. Thank you, thank you. I think you're rated on YouTube. I don't remember. I know I was getting alerts from every different direction here, so I was just trying to keep an eye on things. So, appreciate you, man. Thank you very much for stopping by. So we're going to continue on here. There he is, Buzz Buzz. First time chat from a raider, and it says Beeblebum. Isn't that funny? Appreciate you, man. Thank you very much for subscribing over, following on Twitch. Always appreciate that. So, and thank you, thank you. Not doing this, as I said, I've demonetized everything, guys, on all channels, so, you know, it's all free. Any ads you get is their fault, not mine. And there he is, the B-side, folks. Oh, you know what? I don't think I've set you up as the B-side over there. I have you, if you're Beeblebum on the YouTube side, it'll automatically send out a link, but I don't think I have it set up for B-side. I'll have to do that later. So, let me make a note of it myself. All right. We'll get that done. Shouldn't be a problem. Double raid. Appreciate it, man. Thanks. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you. Yeah, well, no, there's usually more than one bee in a hive, so there you go. It's very clear to not do great on Twitch. Oh, really? Ah, that's okay. That's okay. I mean, I've got everything monitored over here, so we've got a few people over here. We've got about 12 people over here on the Twitch side, so I really appreciate it. And I think we're up to, what, 75 on the YouTube side, so pretty cool there. Everybody on the YouTube, if you could hit the like button, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you very much. That's what just gets some more traction on the channel right now, so all good, all good. But because I'm not making any money over there, they don't want to push ads, which means they won't push my channel as much. But that's all good. It's all good. We're just doing it here for fun, guys. That's all we're doing. So appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for this, for the raid. Let me see if I can get my... Yep, didn't crash. We're in good shape. And I've still got more. Oh, I got more of those. Okay, well, let's open up a couple extra slots then. And we'll get this one open. All right, so I just need a little more Atlanta DM to open that up, and this whole section will be open, and this will be a good multi-tool to have for a while. Let me just move some stuff out of the way, and that should be fine. Let me go to the other multi-tool and pull everything out. Again, this sounds like it's repetitive, and it is, because I'm doing it all over again. Let's see, so we're going to uninstall. Can we do that? Dag, name it. That's okay. We'll uninstall that. Uninstall everything else. Okay, great. So we got everything we need. And I got 2 of those. Good, good, good. Let's go back over here. And we're going to put in a... Oh, duh. Hold on. I'll get it right. And we ought to rename this thing so I can keep track of them. Let's see. We want the regular mining beam. And we're going to pull in the upgrades. And that should do it. Okay, good. So that's all in a supercharged slot location. Now we just need to put in the terrain manipulator. We're all set. Good deal. Gonna hit the lurk while making a quick snack. Will you do that, sir? I know it's getting kind of late over there right now, so but I appreciate the lurk. Thank you, buddy. Gonna make myself a quick snack before heading in bed. Okay, good deal, good deal. Thank you very much. Appreciate that on the YouTube side. So thank you for that. Grandy M, I see you over there. Thank you, Miriam. Appreciate you, dear. I made another wild Corvette. This time it's the MTV Flying Billboard. Flying Billboard. Now there's something. I saw the one that Sean boasted about at one point. Threw some love out there for them. That locomotive that they did. That incredibly awesome looking train, and I can't even imagine what that does in the anomaly when it lands. But that was beautiful. That was a beautiful piece of equipment, man. The creativeness that people have is absolutely fascinating to me. Okay, I think... Let me check. Alright, so we got one over there. Let me just put the other one in there. just to match it up. All right, and we have one more echolocator. All right, we're in good shape for a while. So this multi-tool ought to keep us going for a little bit. Too bad we don't have an advanced mining laser, but we'll work on it. Come on, there you go. All right, that's good. So our next thing is we don't need to find a solar ship. I know we've debated that. We don't have to go to a pirate station. Building a Corvette in a pirate station would be pretty cool, but if I can get to a abandoned system, we can still build the Corvette. Problem is, we're back to square one. I need to find crashed ships, I need to get more technology, and I need to be able to build an advanced mining laser. Yeah, I think let's try this. We know that this system has what we need, right? We'll come back to it. Let me get a little more Atlantidium. Hold on a second here. I know we got crystals down there, but one of these might be... No, it's 3 crystals. Really? Really? You know how many times you come across these things and all it is Atlantidium? I mean, we got a little bit over here, but it's not necessarily everything we're looking for. This will get us that one other spot opened up for us. Alright. That should do. I still have only 36. Okay, so I need a lot more. Worth a shot. Let's see. Yeah, there's another guy over there. I'm curious. I want to check it out real quick. Get around the building limits on Corvettes. It's a good question. I don't know if it's a mod or if they're in creative mode. I think when they actually build the Corvette... Okay. I think when they actually build the Corvette, they can add more parts on a planet. A little bit of glitching it out. I mean, you can put hundreds of parts on it if you're careful. All right, what is up with this? It's buried in a pure ferrite thing, and I can't hit it. Isn't that funny? There we go. Now we got it. Okay. That was weird. It said extreme cold planet detected. There we go. Rather than saying extreme cold damage. You know, that was kind of weird. It's like everything's running out right now. Oh, yeah, yeah. Only way around it, or else it'll use both. Alright, there we go. Okay. Wouldn't that be great if he could land? Alright, so finding a crashed ship is our next option. I would like to get some Atlantidium. So let me just check around real quick. We got some shards down there. Let me just check. This big head is getting in the way. We can't break them up. Can't break them up. Have it over here. Come on. Okay, that was Atlantidium right there. Alright. And I don't really want to land because that's just wasting more landing fuel. Can I not take him out with my ship? No? Well, crap. Let's just land. I don't care anymore. If you get the rockets, yeah, the rockets will do it too. I just don't know if they can... Wow, that was a little bit of a rough getting out of my ship thing there. I just don't know if the... my ship will get more than what this laser will. There we go. There we go. So that gave me enough. Alright. That'll be fine. Well, everything's radiant shards. Unbelievable. So that'll open this up, and we'll be done with this section. All right, good deal. Anything else? Inverted beard, open that up if we want, but I'll hold off on it. It's no big deal. So let's go find a system. I want to find someplace that has a moon. And we can come back here, like I said. All right, let's see. I don't think I really need to do that. Yeah, okay. So this one has one moon. Let's see. Smaller systems. Look for a planet with moons. Nope. Someplace close by. Nope. Okay, that one definitely has a moon and a very small planet to boot. Alright, why don't we do that one? Yeah, let's do that and check it out. Yeah, that's true. Every time I get out, look for graves. Not a bad idea. I'm hoping to find more on a moon, because moons tend to have graves on them too, and because it's so small, etc., blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let's see what we got out here. I'm just curious. Verdant. Okay, that should be a pretty decent planet. That looks cold, maybe. No, ashen. The other way around. Looks hot. This looks cold. No, it says flourishing planet. Salvageable scrap, too. That's actually pretty good. And everything else is on the other side of this. So let's go over there. We'll get this figured out. That should be good. Okay, I'm going to call it cold this time. Yay! With activated copper and aggressive sentinels for your pleasure, I guess. Ancient bones and active aggressive sentinels as well. And it looks like there's a moon right there, but I think it's just beyond the edge of the planet here. Here it is. There's the moon. Okay. Toxic, salvageable scrap, and aggressive sentinels. Well, isn't that lovely? I'm going to check it out anyway, just because. Maybe there's more graves on it because it has aggressive sentinels. Alright, let's bring it in. Best system ever. Yeah, right. I don't think so. I've seen better. Alright. Let's keep our eyes peeled, and we're going to head in a northerly direction and see what we find. I'll do scans every now and then, but I don't anticipate finding a whole lot of halfway decent buildings, but switching back and forth from first to third person on a regular basis. I just did a scan and that building didn't show up. You saw that, right? Unbelievable. This looks like a... Yep, that place. It actually isn't a bad planet, because I think we'll be able to spot things from the air pretty easily. Problem is getting back to the graves again. If we can find a sentinel hive now, that would be awesome. Do I have a map for that? No? Okay, I'm thinking of another save. Okay. And I can't use this building. Doesn't that stink? Boink. Okay, so I really can't run into those. Alright. Beacon. Yeah, I know. Yeah, no, we don't like the tall peaks landscaping. Those landscapes stink. Something bad. We ought to keep our eyes peeled, because this is just the place where you could find a crashed ship. Now that may be picking up a ship that's flying, because we're near an archive. No, wait a minute. Yeah, I think it's flying. Yeah, that's a fly. It's got to be a flying ship. Yeah, there it is. Should I shoot him? I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. That's probably a flight. Yep. But I do swear that archives love crash ships, so I'm going to continue circling the archive. Running into things. Hey, that's actually not bad. That's a nice place to be, and a good place to fight sentinels if we want. Too bad we don't have any good weapons to fight the sentinels at. Yep. I'm just kind of focused here, guys. Hang on. Looks like we got it's not a monolith. That would be a plaque. Good deal. Always a lot of good things right around us. An archive. Come on. Pick up the speed, buddy. A little bit faster. We'll keep circling a little bit wider because, okay, there's where we originally started. So let me just go out a little bit wider from the archive. As I've had them show up a little further out. Walking distance of like a couple minutes out. Keep doing scans anyway. Like that, but that looks like it has a pilot. Yeah, that is a pilot. I'm pretty sure. I'll check it anyway. Yeah, there he is. He just wasn't showing up for some reason. Actually, this is a good check to see about the sentinels. Yeah, there's one. Crap. Alright, I was wondering about that. This extreme sentinel planets can sometimes be... what's the word I'm looking for? Like a benign planet, if you will, to use that term. And what they'll do is they won't attack unless you do something stupid. Like you pick up a gravitino ball, or you know, organic plants or something like that. So we did find a crashed ship near it, but oh well. So one more circling around this area. I don't think we're going to find a second one, but there's the archive again. Yeah, thought I was heading towards it. I wasn't sure. Was not so crashed? Yeah. That's usually my luck, is I find a crashed ship that is just, it's owned by a pilot and they just want to get you to give them stuff to repair it, and then they take off without even a thank you. They're very much not very, they're not very grateful. Let's put it that way. It is what it is. I am an outlaw. That's true. I am an outlaw after all. Alright, so we're back to this. Alright, so let's head, where were we heading? North? Okay, let's go back to heading north. So we did find one crash ship. Okay. Just want to put a little distance between me and it. building. Let's check it out. Sometimes the crash ships will show up as buildings, but not always. That looks like it might be a regular... Oh, that's a scrap site. A, what do you call it? A processing center. That's the word. Processing center. Well, there we go again, right? It's nice to see those showing up. Not sure what Paul did, but my backstory was falsely accused, so I'm innocent, so can't act like a criminal. I agree. I agree. That's your backstory, and you're sticking to it. That's fine. That's fine. You go with your story. I'll go with mine. My relatives, my ancestry is from Naples, Italy, so I think I actually have some ancestry from Sicily as well, if I remember correctly. So maybe not so innocent there, right? Plus we're looking for graves. We already found 2 graves, so that's pretty good. I've given myself the limit of finding 8. But I get the feeling I definitely think I need to find a better moon. And a moon with aggressive sentinels is probably not very smart, but I feel like I'm grazing these guys. I shouldn't be getting so much damage. Looks like a little campsite. I was hoping to find at least one more crashed ship, but I don't know if we're going to find one or not. Okay, the lighting definitely just changed abruptly, so we might be heading towards nighttime. Oh, notice my directions just changed. I must have just passed over the North Pole. Yeah, I did. Okay. That was pretty wild to see that. 6 leads being innocent are 2 different concepts. Yes, yes. Falsely accused and... Yeah. I'm innocent, I say. Innocent! Absolutely, Ossifer. Absolutely. I swear. Guy stabbed himself in the back with a knife 17 times. Rolled himself up in a carpet and threw himself off a bridge. It was a terrible suicide. Yeah, innocent. Finding this lovely area, Kentucky has plenty of places to, well, I guess I shouldn't get into it. I do have to tell a funny story, though. I do have to tell one funny story. I've got a lady I work with. This is a good story. Sounds like Varg from Mayhem. Yeah, there you go. Not sure if you noticed, but I see your rules still require you to get 8 glyphs, but in the extreme version of the rules you only need 5. I'm going super extreme. Super extreme. Extreme. Double X extreme. I said 8. I want 8. I'll get 8. I'll do my best. I'll see what I can do. Maybe we'll just go for 5. So the funny story is this lady I work with is really into like crime dramas and stuff like that. Anything that had, you know, to do with serial killers especially is really, really great. And, you know, you get to worrying about people like that. It's like, why are you so interested in, you know, serial killers and crap like that? And then she makes this statement the other day while they're chatting about some show. Don't ask me what show it was. And says, yeah, you know, the weird part is the sight of blood. It makes me nauseous. And we all just busted out laughing because I absolutely lost it. I'm like, you would be the worst serial killer in history. At every crime scene, they'd find vomit everywhere. And they'd track you down real quickly that way. Man, was this you at the crime scene? No, that wasn't me. Let me show you a picture. And that would be the end of it. Oh, no, flying ships. Darn you. What you? You factory. Go away. Must be more flying ships. I thought that was just absolutely hilarious. We were just dying laughing. Plus, it was after a long day. You had a long day of talking to people and stuff like that and dealing with crap, and it's just like, you lose it over the simplest things. That was probably one of the funniest moments we have. It just really needed the break too. That's the one thing. We just needed a break. Now, if you're talking about Hackers, the movie, there was Serial Killer. Cereal as in Fruit Loops. I love our cornflakes. I don't know what they said. I think they said one or the other. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I was hoping I'd find something by now. What are you? Looks like shelters. Alright, let's get out of this for just a moment and take a look. See with my own eyes. Jethro. Started replaying this a few days ago. Is there an end game or does it carry on at... kind of does. Kind of does. There is an end game. You can play the main storylines, Jethro. This is over on Twitch, guys. You can play the main storyline, which is what we call the Artemis storyline. That's the first storyline, probably the longest. That's followed by the Atlas sub-storyline, if you will. And then there's a new storyline that started up. That's the... Hold on. I know this. What the world is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what that is. Autophage. The Autophage storyline. Yep, yeah, you said it at the same time as I was thinking of it. Good night. Good night, Beebs. Appreciate you being here, man. Thanks a lot. Have a great evening, man. And appreciate the raid. 07 to you, buddy. Take care. So the Autophage storyline is kind of a new one that started up, and we're waiting on new updates to come out to continue the storyline. But in essence, the whole game, its purpose is to not only teach you the game, but to find what you love about it. I think the exploration portion of things has just been absolutely phenomenal, and if you like building, that's your thing. Plenty of opportunities to build whatever you want. If you like exploring planets or diving under the ocean or fishing, you can do fishing. You know, there's just so much to the game to be able to do. And then other people, like Beeblebum, that we just said goodnight to, develop these nice challenges, if you will. So in the description, if you check out my YouTube channel, oh yeah, there's still got a way to go. You check out the YouTube channel, there's in the description, there's a link to Beeblebum's website, and he has challenges on there for different games that you can do. This is one of them. So we're doing the Fugitive run, is what this is. So, and I'm looking for stuff that I can't seem to find, and I want to go in that building so bad, but I'm not allowed to. That's part of the challenge. So, all right, we've got to find something here soon. I'd love to find a Sentinel hive and shut these suckers down, or we'd have to go through an entire battle with a mining laser, and I really don't feel like doing that. So, and you have EP. There you go. Thank you very much, Demager. Appreciate you throwing that in there. I ought to put a command in there for like YouTube or something like that. Another one that says Twitch. I think that maybe I've done that. I don't know. Jethro, appreciate the follow over on the Twitch side of the world. I thank you very much, my friend. And I hope you enjoy the game. I've been playing it for about 6.5 years, 7 years, something like that. I got about 5,000 hours in, and we all like to share information and talk amongst ourselves about anything related to the game. I learned something new the last time I played, so I'm always learning something new. We all are, and some of these folks here have made way more experience than I do too. So if you got a question like you did, just go ahead and drop it in there, man. It was very unplayable. Yes, I was very unplayable when it first came out back in 2016. That was not my era. I wasn't playing it then. I didn't even know about it until someone that I was working with introduced me to the game. And even then, I had a difficulty trying to figure out how to play the stupid game, and I couldn't find anything until I came across Beeblebum and Jason Plays and a lot of other folks that were playing the game, and I checked out their videos and watched them playing it. I was like, oh, okay, this is how you do it. So that was a rough start for me. And then after a while, once I learned it, I was like, you know what, dude, I ought to start producing videos and stuff too on how to play it. Just from a different perspective, a little bit of a calmer perspective, if you will. And that's the rest is history. So I've been streaming, not on Twitch, but I've been streaming over on YouTube for about 3 years now. A little over that. So feel free to follow over there too if you want. It's called subscribing over there. But if you just want to do Twitch, perfectly fine, man. All good. And I always try to remain pretty calm, even in the worst of situations that I'm playing it. So I don't get too overexcited about stuff. And I keep it kind of mellow. What are you? That is a drop pod. Okay. You know, I keep hoping I'll come across that Sentinel Hive, you know what I mean? It would be really cool if I could. And then I could shut these guys down and I can wander around the planet for a couple of hours. Because I got a feeling that this planet might be a good planet to find stuff on. So it can be pretty overwhelming at first. It absolutely was. I didn't have a clue in my mind what in the world I was doing on the game. And then I figured out, oh, okay, so rather than going into creative mode so I could learn how to play it, that was absolutely the wrong thing to do. Guess what I just found? Is that a solar ship? And it is a crashed solar ship to boot. Go figure. What I was looking for in the other system I found here. Alright, what is it? Hold on. Before somebody shows up. It's a B class, too. Yeah, I'll take it. What the heck? But just in case a Sentinel shows up. So I gotta go back to the other thing. Okay, hang on. Crap. That's what I was afraid of. Will they attack me while I'm here? Let's find out. I can always run away. No big deal. Alright, so this one should be the teleporter. Unless I've already got that. Yeah, okay. Alright, he's behind me. Let me go up the hill here for a moment. Okay. What's that doing in my inventory over there? That's weird. So we got the teleport receiver, and we got the ship. What was wrong with it again? Crap. Now I gotta get back into it. Come on. Get me out. Away from the Sentinel for a moment so I can just check out what I need to repair on the ship. Alright, he's far enough away he ain't gonna bug me. Alright, so what do we have? Okay, the launch thrusters are okay, so we just need a hermetic seal and a metal plate. So I think I can. I don't know if I can make the hermetic seal. I can make the metal plate. And I'll need condensed carbon. Really? Nothing. Nothing, I tell you.
Technology recharge.
Carbon, carbon, carbon. This is a little bit antsy right now. He's getting close again. Not really. Okay, let's get the hermetic seal. We just got to get close enough to repair it. Hopefully not get noticed. Alright, and we can pull it into the other system even in its current state, so there we go. Good job. So we got our first ship. Nice. Alright, good deal. That worked out well. Okay. And what in the world did I... That's my first person view right now. Are things a little bit messed up, or is it just me? Something's missing. Can anyone tell me what's missing? My ship is missing, is what's happening. I must be sitting on the front dash. I'm going to see if I can get something from these guys. Oh, get up there, get up there, get up there. And I think... that may have worked. Alright, okay, yeah, I know this one. So we don't want to. We want to wait. We don't want to scrape anything away or fire our weapons. Launch thrusters down to nothing. I got to be careful about that. Nope, still acting up. Okay. I don't know what we're going to have to do to fix that, but we'll have to fix it in a little bit. All right, so let me recharge. There we go. Look for graves. I know. It's hard to do that when you're, you know, trying to escape a sentinel. Stop yelling at me. Which, by the way, is common, you know. We always yell at each other, so I can't look for anything else this way. This is crappy. All right, hang on. Let's bring it down here for a moment. Get away from the ship for a second. Got a building. All right. I gotta head back to this guy. Don't delay. No delay. I don't like that. So we found a ship. I definitely want to find another system. What I would like to do, you know what? Do we have enough parts now to build our Corvette? And we can start doing this in a Corvette. Let me think here. We got Ambassador class Hab, Thunderbird class Hab. So we got 2 Habs. We have thrusters. Plenty of those. Oh, I got the longshore ones too, so I can put 2 of those on. Get rid of the rest. We have 1 landing bay. Another thruster we can get rid of. Some shields. We have enough to build this nice ship. I think we should go back to the pirate system and do it. We have to land on a planet, though, and switch over. Who's saying goodnight? To Dragon Man? Dragon Man, have to head to bed. Head out. Laundry won't wash itself. Understood, dude. Have a great evening. Thanks for joining us over there. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, cool beans. Thanks, Jethro. Appreciate the follow and the sub over on YouTube as well. Let's see. So why don't we land... How much room do we have? Let me put this over in the ship, first of all. So that's 3. We got shields. We got everything we need over here, right? We don't have a lot of room in our inventory. Let me move things over. Okay. So we have room for like 1 or 2 more items in here. 3, if all total, actually. And then we should probably go to the other system, and I'll trade out for my... Oh, how am I going to do that? I have an idea. Need a reactor? True. Need a weapon? True. That's pretty much it. Oh, cockpit, of course. But with all the other parts that we sell off, plus the amount of money we've got, we should be able to purchase all the rest of the parts, even if it's just Thunderbird class. So yeah, we can do this. So let's head to this planet here. Land. We'll switch over to the... Well, this one has a hyperdrive that's charged. The solar ship does not. But we have to leave the system right away, so we might as well charge up the solar panels on the other one. The hyperdrive, pardon me, solar panels. And I see some copper. Wow, what a pretty planet this one is, huh? Wow. That's beautiful, actually. This is copper. It is indeed copper. Because I'm going to need a little more chromatic metal, so... Dummy. You know what? I don't think I need these. Let me get rid of these. Give myself some more room. Alright. A floppy pancake again? I like that for multiple reasons. It's not that it's a great style because the landing bay and everything like that is usually at ground level and you can just run right into your ship. You don't have to worry about the landing flap coming down and everything like that. Now in this case we're going to have the landing bay that goes underneath, but you know I'm going to build a ladder up to the top of the ship anyway, so that'll probably be my main entry and exit point. So we'll see how that goes. But you need a colored hyperdrive? Colored hyperdrive. You mean like cadmium or something like that? We do need that for a, what do you call it system? A abandoned system, yes. And I'm going to need some more. Where's my ship at? Over here. I'm going to need some more carbon, because I'm going to use up a bunch of it here.
Recharge. Weather warning. Incoming storm.
That's not a tree. Oh, you like how the trees are swaying to the storm? Isn't that wild? I don't think I've ever noticed that before. That's pretty cool. Alright, there we go. How much carbon do we end up with? Way too much. That's how much carbon I ended up with. And I don't have a heat shield. Are you kidding me? Alright, we'll have to just keep an eye open on it. Pretty nasty storm. It's dropping like a rock. What's the temperature? 216? Yeah.
Protection falling.
We'll jump in the ship for a minute. We can wait out the storm. Too bad. It was such a pretty planet otherwise. Close to a building and one landing gear is holding up, standing like 25 feet up. Yeah, I've had that happen before. Yeah, it does look awkward when that happens. Yeah, I'm going to jump in my ship again, because this is dropping a little bit too fast. Okay. Let's let ourselves recharge for a moment. Alright. Man, it's taking a while to go up when you're in your ship.
Technology recharge.
We have a lot of silicate in here. No, we don't. We should get some more to recharge that with. Probably done getting enough of this. I need to pull in the solar ship and do a repair to it, though. Salvaged glass? I would say... I mean, if you can get to a planet that has a sentinel hive that you know where it's located, and you could shut down the sentinels every single time you go after, you find any of their resource centers or anything like that, they just leave the little barrels everywhere and you can pick them up. Really, the best way is if you really want to, it's up to you, I don't mind doing it, but getting into a sentinel battle. Getting into a fight with them and going through all the stages. If you can farm it really, really well if you have like an aggressive sentinel planet and you get them to get two of the spawner, the triangle shaped sentinels, two of the spawner units to pop up, and they will keep spawning fighters for you to get barrels from on a regular basis, and you just keep going. So, but you do want to make sure your character's up to snuff, that you have as many upgrades as you can in your character, you got decent weapons, things like that. I do suggest like pulse spitter or bolt caster for that. Looks like the storm is letting up. Bolt caster or pulse spitter, because you don't get area of effect damage. That way you can take each one out one at a time. If you do like a any of the other weapons that have area of effect, you have the likelihood you're going to damage something you wanted to keep around. So yeah, and then you just get stacks of it. But Sentinel battles is the way to go. Yeah, I've got a couple of videos I did back in the day of getting a lot that way. You can probably through the nanite system alone, you can get a lot more nanites that way. Probably about these days, probably between, on a poor run, say about 75,000-80,000 nanites an hour to about 120,000-130,000 an hour, if you know how to do it right. So, but there are better ways to do that. I think the pirate system thing, the pirate method, is great by getting a network of pirate stations you can jump to, and you buy up all the tech that they have in there, and the other item I can't think of, the other consumable that you can open up, and you get all your upgrades from it. sell off the upgrades, go to the next station, and just keep going around. And usually you can keep enough money going as well to do this, but once you get about 10 stations in a loop, you get back to your original station you started at, they've already resupplied, you can keep going with that. And at that rate, you can get a couple 100,000 nanites an hour very easily. So that's a really good method to use. Second level is good. I think the 4th level, personally, even the 5th level, you just take out the walker, and if, as long as they have respawners, you just keep the 2 respawners going. Just take out the healers on a regular basis if you can. Keep the spawning units going, and just give yourself some cover. If you need to take a break, duck into a building. By that point, it's got like a full minute of time to give up looking for you, so you can just keep it going for a while. So that's always worth it. All right, I need to make a little bit of antimatter, so I'm going to need some condensed carbon. Looks like I got enough carbon to go around, but condensed is a problem. There's some over there. Let's go grab it. There we go. We might just want to make some condensed carbon at this point. Automatic fishing rigs for earning units and nanites. That's pretty good. I mean, you could just leave them. I've got a fishing base somewhere. I'm going to say my famous words. Where's my ship? There it is. My famous last words there. But I've got a fishing village that I built on one of my planets, and I have a couple automated traps there, and I go through them and I pick up the fish. And then you just toss them back in the water and you get your nanites from it, right? That's not bad. I mean, that's good for 200-300 nanites at a time. When you're kind of desperate for nanites, you just need an extra few. That's fine. But I think the pirate station thing, if you can get enough credits, if you can make enough units, that's great. There's always the duplication method, which I'd love to show you now, but there's no cheating and duplicating in this right now. I can't show it to you. But, oh yeah, while we're in there. Need to make some condensed carbon. There we go. Hey, well, thanks you. Appreciate it, Ian. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you as well. But Griffin, that's a pretty good idea. Yeah, I agree. Did I miss anything on the Twitch side? I just want to make sure nobody asked any questions over there. I'm sorry I haven't been paying attention to the chat as often as I should. But, yeah. I think the pirate station method is the best if you can get enough units to start with. And the glitching extra stuff is always great by using these refiners and just putting one within the same foot of another. Add something to the first refiner and then start putting extra refiners down. And when you pick them all up, you duplicate everything that was in that first refiner for every refiner you put down. So if you put down 10 glass in a refiner into its input slot, and then you drop 10 more refiners down in the exact spot, don't start it up or anything like that, 10 more refiners down, as you go to pick them up, it duplicates that 10 more times, so you end up with 100 more glass. So really good method for developing, for getting everything you want. That's a really good method to do so. There's a lot of different ways you can do it if you want to cheat. And they took that duplication glitch out a long time ago, and there was such an outcry from everybody, they ended up putting it back in. So, all right, so let me see if I can do this. I'm going to make 4 of those, and then how many of these can I make? I need what? What am I short on? It's not oxygen. It's probably ferrite. Yeah, I need more ferrite for those. So let me look for ferrite. That looks like a rock. No, that's a tree. That's a rock. Okay, let's get a little extra of that. I'm still going. New No Man's Sky, not wanting to ruin it with duplicate glitch. No. Yeah, don't do it. If you're brand new to No Man's Sky, no. By all means, I understand where you're coming from. Don't duplicate yet. That's something for later on. I don't have an advanced mining laser. That's something for later on when you've like completed all the storylines and you've really gotten comfortable with the game. Then you just do it when you get a new save going, you just want to do some more exploring and stuff like that. Then by all means do it. Alright. Can't get these guys. So, we're okay. Alright, and we needed what? Needed ferrite, so I got that. Is that a rock? It is. I'll take you. And can we make 2 more of these? Yeah, okay, we got it. So now I can make 4 warp cells.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Philosopher Kingpin. I love the name. Thank you very much for subscribing, Philosopher. I got a professor that jumps in here too. You might have heard of him. Professor Cynical. He jumps in every now and then. He's a pretty decent dude. Alright, so we got to do some weird trading off of stuff here. So let me select my other ship, which is this one. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to stick some stuff in there. We got 10 slots available to us. This is money. I don't really want to get rid of it. We're low on that, so let's go ahead and use our last one of those. Do I have to repair the hyperdrive in this? I think I do. That's actually pretty good, but you know what? It's not worth repairing. So we'll take the stuff, and you'll like it. Let me see here. Where's the hyperdrive? Right there. I need 3 microprocessors, which I don't think I can make them, or can I? I think I can. I think I can. No, I can't. Alright, so I'll have to acquire them. We'll have to go the old-fashioned way. And then the shield, I can fix that. I don't want to fly around without a shield. Sodium nitrate, we need 13 of. Did I pick it up? No, I didn't. Okay, there it is. Good. There we go. Oh yeah, he makes everything fun and weird, and he likes to throw people off track on occasion. He's just a hilarious dude. He jumps in here now and then, but I know it's really late over there, being I'm in the US, he's over the UK and everything like that. Okay, good. So now we can repair that. So let's get the shield fixed. I would love to get this fixed, but I don't have deuterium and I have no way to get solar mirrors, so we'll just have to live without it. What's this? So chromatic metal, which we do have. Can we get rid of that? That sometimes doesn't work, so you got to be careful with that. Launch thrusters are dead? Come on, man, really? Unbelievable. Okay, so we need 3 microprocessors. Let's go take a look around and we'll see if we can find something. And what else can I put in there? Put that in there. We'll be using it anyway. Pure ferrite. Got starship batteries. I'll hang on to those. We should have enough room for everything if we can. I don't think I'm going to hang on to the ammonia. Let's go ahead and get rid of that. Pure ferrite we don't really need, to be honest, unless we were repairing something, which we're not. Sorting the inventory. I did that the other day and it wiped out about half the broken slots. Really? Nope, didn't do a thing for me. But that's okay, that's okay. We've got a few more slots available. I don't think I have anything that I can open up some of these slots with. I just got to be really careful, because if we want to do this, I've got to somehow fit all those parts in both mine and this inventory, and I need to be very, very careful with it. So I just need 3 microprocessors. Let's take a quick look around. I'm going to look for, not buried cache. The one thing I don't need is buried cache at this time, and it's not going to give me what I'm looking for, right? Okay, where is it? Over here. Here we go. Ah, could have used that for ferrite. Duh. I'm not going to complain. There was 2 over here, I thought. One in the distance. What's that? Buried cache, of course, yes. Okay. Let me just scooch out a little bit, because they don't show up anywhere near as close as anything else. And I don't want to go too far, because my ship is nearby and this planet tends to have bad storms. Can always dig, but I don't really want to. Jettison pod, let's do that. Wouldn't it be great if I got 3 in a row? I'll have to get rid of that. Nothing found, okay. Should we? Okay, that's worth it. Alright, let me head over this way a little ways. As soon as it says there's a storm coming, we're going to have to jet. Buried cache. Abandoned crate, that's what we're looking for. So a couple hundred units away. Man, this place has a lot of these plants everywhere. Yes, I'll take that, thank you. Oh yeah. Check it out to your heart's content, my friend. Okay, yellow? Man, that's just rude. 3 berry cache, and I know the berry cache don't usually carry it. That's what stinks about this. Alright, let's head in this direction anyway. At least the animals aren't attacking me. That's still buried. What else we got? Buried. Sorry if I'm not paying attention to the chat, guys. Okay. Go through the trees. Don't land in the hole. That's always awkward. I can't... all the times I go through these things and I want to find buried cache, but I can't. Did Jason just raid and I didn't get... I didn't get an alert for that. Why not? That's weird. Well, I want to thank Jason, absolutely. If he hasn't joined us yet, I don't know. Maybe it just announced it and he hasn't done it yet. That happens. And I notice when he's playing Arc Raiders, he tends to do a raid and run, so... But I think today they had a rough time on it. They had a lot of PvP action that was causing them problems. Not to mention Discord was acting up. I heard Discord went down earlier today. At least that's what GG said. Mia Fia, good to see you. Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate you being here over on the YouTube side. Thank you. Did everybody else jump in yet? I don't know. I didn't see. That's another, oops, hole ground. Oh, come on. I'll take that. Please be another one. I'm not taking the metal this time. Great. Dihydrogen jellies, like I really need those. Okay, let's go this way. Did he jump in yet? I don't know. If he didn't, then I apologize for missing him. I am so sorry, because apparently I didn't get an alert that you jumped, but it's all good. Or maybe at the last minute, maybe somebody else is streaming right now. I don't have an alert right now. Let me check. Delta's streaming right now. There's a possibility he thought about streaming us and then changed his mind. And he might have gone on to Delta, because Delta's playing right now, so wouldn't surprise me in the least. He streamed. He's raided my channel so many times in the last several weeks that he does need to change it up a little bit. So I have no problem with that. Share the love. And come on. I don't want to have to call my ship in. Yeah, if worse comes to worse, we'll go underground and we'll just get to our ship that way. Buried cache. So this is the one planet in the universe that only has buried cache and will not give us anything else. That's hilarious.
Life support power low.
Hey, you know what we can do?
Technology reached.
There we go. Passed? What do you mean I passed one? You kidding me? Buried cache. Did it just not show up? Come on. Must have been back a ways. Oh, I might have opened it already. Oh, kind of stinking little brats. Okay. Here's my ship in relation to me. Okay. Another buried cache. Another buried cache. Buried cache. How about some more cash? Anybody wants cash? We all want cash, really. Abandoned crate, finally. It looks like we might have a buried cache near it. You came from Jason's streams? You might still be... Oh, okay. Good deal, good deal. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like I said, he usually gets stuck in it for a little while, and he'll play for a little longer and chat with the guys. It's understandable. He is so addicted to that game, and, you know, just like I'm addicted to this one, to be honest with you. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Good for him. Oop, jettisoned. Alright, come on now. You're going to give me back-to-backs. Yak relics, that's exactly what I was asking for. 100%. And an ion battery. Well, that's useful at least. Okay, what do we got? Go back this way. Alright. Okay. Go back the way we came. Because I thought there was more stuff over here, so we'll see. At least the jetpack's better. Buried cache, yeah. Don't want to do it while you're walking, because it gets a little bit dicey. Unreal. Good to have you here, by the way. Fraser, is that correct? Fraser GJ? Good to see you over there, man. So, yeah, I mean, I appreciate the raid. Thank you, Jason. He had to do it. I mean, it's the polite thing to do for all the folks that are watching, to make sure you get them linked up with somebody else. So. Come on now. Up. Up. Okay, ship's over there. Let's head towards the shore over here. Like I said, beautiful planet. But those storms really kind of did a number, so... That was one hot storm. 216 degrees, I mean... What are you? Buried cache again. Please tell me you are. No, you're not. And you're not either. Okay, let's just head this direction anyway. Jettison pod. There we go. Now we're getting someplace. Boing. I like to make my own sound effects. Okay. That's two. We need one more. One more. We can get the hyperdrive fixed, and then we're out of here. Okay, let's head back this way. Where's the ship at? Let's head this way. Okay. Okay, abandoned crate right in front of me. Okay. Alright. These green guys sometimes have it. Divergence cube. Yep, that's exactly what I was hoping for. Not. That is just idyllic, isn't it? I haven't set that up yet. There we go. That is a beautiful piece of scenery right there. You know, when they say take time to smell the roses, take time to take some pictures, okay? Put them in your photo album. It's always nice to take those pictures and check things out later on. Like I said, I love exploring in this game, and it's the scenery sometimes that I always enjoy checking out. Yep, that's not what I'm looking for. Buried cash, buried cash. Hey look, buried cash. You know, we should just be scanning these guys, because we do get into the pirate station. We ought to have some nanites. No.
Life support power low.
Make another one.
Technology recharge.
Since we got it. Okay.
Received.
Another one over there. Buried cash. Okay. Check out the next animal.
Units received.
This time don't crash land.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is our cue to head back to our ship right away. But you know what? There's one more. It has what we're looking for. It will be worth it. Ion battery is exactly what we wanted. Alright, is there anything else nearby before I head underground? I don't see anything right now. Okay, down we go. And as you can see, we're also looking for graves, and we're going to keep an eyes open for everything here. Oh, in-game photos on your Switch? Oh, that's a rough one. I don't know. I don't have any idea, because I know with when you're on PC, it just stores it in a folder called screenshots, and you know it's pretty easy to locate for the most part. I don't exactly remember the path to get there, so somebody else here might. You see what I'm up to.
Thermal protection falling. Units received.
Okay. Back into my hole. Get back in your hole. But I don't know if there's a way to share them between the platforms like that. You can view them, but you can't share them. Pretty sure about that. Abandoned crate. Let's head that way.
Thermal protection falling.
Gek relic again. Figures. Hey, while we're here.
Technology recharge.
Good idea. Okay, back to the ship. Let's take another look around. Isn't that the one? No, that's further away. Go check it out. Scanning progress 2 of 16. Yeah, 2 of 16. Yeah, really. I mean, if you think about it, if we can discover all the animals, because you're going to have a lot underwater. We got one more underground, on the ground, not in underground. Then the rest, let's see, underwater. Okay, we got an underground, an underground, an underground. This one is underwater and nocturnal, so you got to watch for that crap. So we got 3 underground animals. I don't know if I'm going to find all of them, but we do have 3,200 nanites, so we're still doing pretty good. Oh, storm's clearing. Good. Ow. Got slapped by a branch. Okay, let's see what we got. Yes, and that does it. So that was definitely worth my time. Let's head back. So that'll get our hyperdrive up and running on that solar ship. And we can take it into the pirate system, land at the pirate station. Now we got to figure out how to get everything into the ship in my own inventory. Should really be keeping my eyes open. Yep, see there's one more. Couple animals over here. I bet you anything that's a cave. Whoops. I pissed off said animal. Sorry, didn't mean to break your cave, dude. Whoops. Oh, there's another one. Hey, I'll take it. If they're going to show up pretty quick like this. Yeah, that's 2. Take a quick look around because we still have one more ground animal we have yet to discover. 67 units away. Let's take a look at them. Okay, there's our ground animal, so that's done. 9 of 16. We've got how many? 6 underwater? No, 5. 5, 6. Ooh, that's a pretty ship. Good looking ship. And we have one more underground. 6 underwater, 1 underground. Not getting any audio on YouTube. I've got no frame droppage over there, and it still seems to be spreading. How's it doing over on... Hey, Spam. Multi-streaming. Yes, I am multi-streaming. Sorry, I just missed a whole bunch of chats over there. I apologize. nomanssky's treating me pretty good there, Ginny. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. Yeah, going pretty well. You know, doing a Fugitive challenge run over on the YouTube side. I got some descriptions over there in regards to how to do that challenge. It was created by Beeblebum. Okay, I don't need that anymore. I'm going to get rid of this. I don't need it to. I'm going to get... If I had just a little bit more dihydrogen, I can make a life support gel. Let's do that real quick. There we go. And there, that's done. Now we can get rid of you, so that makes even more room. Let's turn that into ferrite. It'll be about 300, but that's okay. So, audio's back. Okay. Thank you, Zamboni Driver. I appreciate you being over there on the YouTube side. Thank you. Yeah, that's kind of weird. That happens on occasion. I keep getting freezing screens on Jason, but it's usually when he's like in mid-cuss or something like that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, let's get this going. And I do want a little ferrite dust. So now that I've got that, let's repair the starship. This will be done. Okay, so hyperdrive is working. We got shields. I don't have the Vesper sail. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I can't repair it anyway. We do need to get the landing thrusters going, so we need some uranium for that. So what we'll do, jump over here real quick. Let's grab... That should be more than enough. Uranium. What else? We'll move other stuff over in a little bit here. We don't have to take everything. That's a lot of things, though. A lot of things. Okay. Okay, never had that on Love before. That's live, I know what you're trying to say. You can repair the Vesper sails if you have repair kits in the Outlaw Station later. Good point. Good point. Okay. Thank you for reminding me about the repair kits again. Okay. Let's keep that going. Alright, so we should be able to charge you up most of the way. Good. Alright. Now we have this. Let me move some of the stuff out. The hyperdrive is up to snuff. We can do that. So there's a few extra spots left open now. So how many spots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra slots available over here. Okay. And then some of the stuff we can put in our other ship. Because we want to make a Corvette, in case some of you are wondering. Okay. So let me do this. I'm keeping that. We're going to sell it. We're going to keep that. We're keeping that. Selling these. That's for me. Okay. I don't need any more chromatic metal. Let's put you up here and start moving stuff over. Okay, good. Very good. We only have two more pieces to take. So let me see. I'm not going to need the condensed carbon. We won't need that. Okay. And that should be the last two pieces, right? Okay, good. All right, we're in good shape.
Surely
Right?
you can't be serious.
Is that everything?
I am serious.
Zamboni.
Don't call me Shirley.
Appreciate it, and I like your name too. Appreciate that. Just went to a hockey game not too long ago too. Speaking of Zambonis, so it was just a minor league, if you will, but still not a bad game. It was a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. Went into overtime, the whole 9 yards. All right, so you are clear, so we can get into here. And I can move a couple things over so I can take some stuff with me real quick. I do have to separate things out. Like these, I can sell one of them, but they can't be grouped together. I don't know if you guys have ever noticed that before. But you can't group them together. They have to be separated. So, these are pretty good shields. The high energy shields, I think they're better than the other ones. These are just cargo pods. Let me go back through here real quick. We got those thrusters we can sell. Okay. Alright, I'm not sure which one of these was the stronger one. We'll have to find out when we get there. So, that should do it. We should be alright. Okay. And just leaves a little extra room in my inventory. Alright, let's get this packed up and we should be ready to go. How we doing time-wise? Doing good. Yeah, some are easy to repair. I'm not as interested in trying to get that thing repaired up. I'm not going to be using it. Pray tell I don't make any mistakes. Okay. Okay, let's take this out. Now, I don't think we have the jump capability of getting all the way there, but we'll see. Yeah, that's true. I read the rules in a run, but it's impossible to get tech unlocked as the tech is from one. True. Get a permanent that says max no start abandoned mode, and they don't have. Don't do abandoned mode. Try to stay away from the abandoned mode. That doesn't work out really well. They have tutorial and gave terminals to learn the blueprints. Yes, yeah, that's true. If you do the abandoned mode, you get the other terminals that you can use. If you do new story, that's true too. But in this case, we're keeping the story. Is the story off? I think the story's off, but we don't get any of the recipes. So it's okay. You can pick up from crash ships, like he said. That's one way. Also, with some of the rules, like I can go to the space station now. I can't go to the anomaly. I can't go to any of the regular space stations. But yeah, crash ships is your best way to get some stuff. Monoliths are another way to get them on occasion as well, depending upon the system. So yeah, there's other ways. Plus, when you're looking for a sentinel ship, you get the multi-tool at the terminals, and sometimes you can get your advanced mining laser that way too. So as well as from Sentinel hives, if you can run across them. So, anywho, what are you? Why are you pointing me there? Oh, I know why. You know why, too. Hold on a second. I need to do something real quick. So we need to go back to that system. Was it this one? Pirate controlled, yeah. No. We'll get there. Hold on. That. Okay, that's what we needed to do. Now we're going into hyperspace. And now it should direct me to that system. Oh, good. It is one jump away. Yay! There's no story in Abandoned. True. True, that's the point. You get a lot more stuff that way. And like you said, yeah, you get enough monoliths in a Korvax system that can sometimes give out tech as well. I'm not as concerned about that, really. You know, that's not a big deal. So we are in a solar ship. We are following the rules. Here's the thing. Once I'm done with the Outlaw Station, I have to leave it immediately. And I can only leave it in a solar ship. So even though I'm done with the Corvette, I have to bring back my solar ship to leave the system. So I want to make sure we don't break any rules here. Okay, so our visit here. Yeah, it's one of those things. You can only enter a pirate station with a solar ship, leave the pirate station with a solar ship. So, got to be careful. Let me go... Oh, yeah. I forgot. This doesn't have any teleport pads to get back to the Corvette area, so we have to go the long way. That is the only problem. I think the abandoned stations are the same way now that I think about it. I think we could have done it just from back there, now that I think about it. I'm sure somebody's typing it in right now, probably Demager. Had some off-track plays. Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay, so that part's done. Let me go into my ship inventory. Actually, you can just go into workshop from here, which I probably could have done from back there. Alright. I'm going to move this into my inventory, because it is something I want to sell. Let me go back into this. Hold on a second here, because I think I moved too many things over. Okay, so I think I'm going to get rid of the ion barriers, and we'll keep the 3 high-energy shields. I think that would be the smarter way to go. So I'm going to pull in anything I want to get rid of. Okay. We have 2 of the others. We have 2 of these, so that's good. I'll get rid of the Titan thruster and this thruster. That'll give us a good amount of cash. Get rid of that, that, and that. And we're out of inventory space, of course we are. And we need to get rid of that too. Okay, hold on. So what we'll do is put there, that over there. That should be enough. Okay. Alright, so we're going to sell that. And that. And that should be... Oh, there's one more. Okay. So we have enough stuff to give us what we are looking for to start off a good ship, and then we'll sell the rest. So let me do that here. I can probably sell these right now. Basics. Alright, sell first. Okay, that's 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. Okay, good. Okay, got everything. So what we end up with, almost 16 million is what we've got right now. Actually, we could sell all the rest of the stuff. So the pirate transponders, the advanced torquer, heavy linkage, oversized canister. Good deal. That was pretty good. And can we sell anything in our starship inventory? We can. Okay. I was wondering about that. All right. So we need to buy cockpit, which we're going to spend 1.6 on. We do need landing gear as well. I don't think they have anything but the basics here, and I don't want to go crazy. I like the Titan landing bay better, to be honest with you, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that so we have a rear exit. We need a reactor. I think all they have is the Medusa, unless we want to trade. So this is the basic landing gear. We'll do that. And all they have is the photon cannon array, but I'd rather, you know me, I'd rather have the other one. I don't know if we can trade for it because we just sold off so much stuff. Okay, let me see. 3. And advanced. These I love. They're the best. So we're probably not going to be able to drop this down to the ground like I usually like to do. So, yeah, I got some decent money out of that stuff. That's why getting the salvage, Miss Chase, is the best way to go. You can get so much money for it if you can hang on to it. Alright, so... these are pretty decent reactors. I probably should just buy one and call it a day. Photon cannon, phase beam, cyclotron, infraknife. Okay. So I would like to get... I think I can get 2 of them. What can we trade it for, though? Okay, so it's going into my inventory. So we could do the Thunderbird class, because I bought the other one. 2%. Nah, it's not going to take it. Alright. There we go. Okay. No, back it up. Bring that down to 1. Okay, let me try it again. 6%. Okay. And all I've got is the Ambassador class hab that I could sell. I do have the Titan class hab that we can get rid of. Yeah. I'd rather have 2 habs, to be honest with you. But the Ambassador one is way more expensive. No, didn't work. It's worth a shot. Alright, I guess we're going to have to stick with photon cannons. The infraknife is just so much better. Well, we got plenty of money. Let me see what happens here. And where is it? This. Okay, that'll work. I'll do that. It's okay, I can get shields. But I just wanted at least one of those. Alright, and we need backup, purchase, basics. Okay, back to this. Alright, what am I missing here? I feel like I'm missing something. We've got the landing bay, Medusa class reactor, that's what we're going to get. Okay, good. Let me see what I have, hold on. I'm curious now. We got the landing bay, we got the reactor, we got the nose, we got a landing gear, we got our infraknife. Okay, we go over to this terminal. Okay, move you guys over. Okay, we have 2 habs. Oh, I see what's wrong. I need a third. Okay. If we can sell... I wouldn't mind a couple smaller habs on either side. So why don't we keep the Ambassador hab? We'll sell the Thunderbird one. And that should do it, right? We got a weapon, we got our landing gear, we got everything we need. Okay. So let me get 2 of the smaller ones for either side of that, and then we should be good to go. Okay, and we'll make it. Yeah, I'll get some shields. We'll get some shields. That's a good point. 2... Nope, 3. Basics. And it won't sell us those, huh? I'm going to have to trade for them. Pain in the neck. Alright. Yeah, these little guys. Not the Titan class ones. The walkways. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. So it won't let me do that. Let me see. What else? The Titan, Thunderbird. Let's try Thunderbird. We'll go try for 1. Okay. Still won't take it. All right. Find some stuff for exchange. We can do that. You know, I've got the money. It's not like it's a big deal. So why don't we do this? Hold on. Let's just purchase some basic modules. Let's get... What's our cheapest ones that we have in here? No, not the cowlings. Let's go for something that's worth it. That has more value, if you will. Like these. Let's get 2 of these. Well, you know what? We've already got one. Why don't we just get another one? We'll just call it 3 halves, and that's just the way of things. Okay, that'll be fine. And then we need shields. So let me buy something that I can exchange for shields. Why don't we do this? We'll get 2 of these, and that should be enough. I know this is crazy, but it's like whatever at this point. Shields, shields, shields. There you are. So what do we do? And I never remember which one has the higher shield. I think this one does, but it's huge. So why don't I just do 2 of these, the ones that I sold already. And we'll do... It won't let me sell the ones that I just acquired. Okay. That's interesting. So I can't get any shields then. Fascinating. We can always find some on a planet. Pyro boosters we can sell. So 2 Thunderbirds and 1 Ambassador. Okay, that'll work for that. Why don't we go ahead and just create this beastie real quick and... There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'll just stagger them a little bit. That'll be fine. And cockpit. Landing bay. Okay. Got 2 longshore thrusters, which I kind of prefer. Okay, so it's not going to be anything special, but it'll be very handy to have this, let me tell you. The Infraknife. Put you there. And Medusa class. Can I put it over there? It won't let me put it over there, huh? So, okay, we'll have to just put you there. That's fine. All right. And I think that's it, right? That's everything? Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll take a look. All right, that's not too shabby. That's pretty good. So nothing special regarding it. That'll be fine. Compare. We're going to add to the collection. Yep. Okay. Let me just do an adjustment to the ship real quick. Something I always do on every ship I get. There it is. Okay, and now we can exit the ship very easily through the top and take a look around from the top. So that'll be handy. All right, good deal. Anything else? So we have that. We have that. And if we can't get any shields this way, I'm just going to see what happens here. Yeah, I can't trade anything. Okay. Worth a shot. So it'd be better off just selling this stuff. I won't get the money for it, but that's okay. Oh, I guess I will. Okay. Get the units back anyway. And we'll look for shields later on. Before we leave, I want to adjust the ship real quickly here. Let's get all these guys out of the way. Is it landing? No, it's the cockpit for some reason. Links with that, I don't know why. Infraknife accelerator. Landing gear, landing gear. Hyperdrive. Okay, that should do. That should do just fine. And deflector shield. Okay, nothing special. Okay, so this will be good for exploring a planet. Alright, so we're done with that. Let me bring back my other ship. There you are. Okay. We have some nanites we can spend, so we're going to do that real quick. We ought to check the cabinet in the back, too. Let's check the multi-tool just in case. Yeah, you got to do that. Oops, passed it by. Big multi-tool. And it has a supercharged slot, but that's about it. And a bolt caster. Whoop-de-dee. Not interested. Okay. Let's look for upgrades. Alright, hyperdrive module. Probably not a bad idea. What's our nanite look like? It looks pretty good. Because we are going to be jumping around. Do we have anything that is regarding... No, of course not. I was hoping for an upgrade for the Infraknife, but there isn't one. So, we shall see. Okay. Starship Shield, that's not a bad idea. I ought to do that. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, I know the Infraknife is left uncombined because I didn't get a second one, unfortunately. But we're going to get 2 more, I think, later on. Hazardous protection, scatter blaster, launch thrusters are probably not a bad idea. But if I don't land... Okay. And I'll get the hyperdrive, why not? Okay. That'll work. And I got plenty of money. Make sure I take those with me. So why don't we spend a little bit and hope for the best, right? Here's a repair kit. You were talking about that. We can get up to 3 of them. Let's grab those. Only got goods here? Where's the tech? Oh, there it is. So tech, only 2, arms, 3. Alright, let's see what we can get out of this. Yep, got some nanites. Infraknife module. Excellent. So we can use that later. This one we can sell. This we can sell. This is a shield for our ship, right? So I'll put you down here. And the hyperdrive, right. Okay, good. Oh, I have to sell this one. I kept forgetting about that. We'll sell that. And we can make some money on that one. Let's sell that real quick. Alright, good deal. Alright. No. Mining beam. Positron. Movement. Okay, good. Back over 3,000 again. Alright, he didn't really have anything else I wanted, so we're good there. Hey, Bear Blue, good to see you. Yeah, I got the tech, got that, so that's really cool. I think what we're going to do... You also remove the HUD, Jenny? Yeah, you're crazy. I know. Yeah, removing the HUD is kind of crazy. I don't know if I would do that on this run, because this is definitely different for me. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here. I think we're done. Yeah, there's nothing else for us to do. All right. So we are set. We just need to put this stuff on our Corvette. We'll do a little bit of salvage shopping, if you will, but we have to leave the system immediately. So let's leave. Okay. And we're out of here. Let's see. Any system will do right now. Yeah, why not? 3 planets, and we got one that has a moon. Let's go ahead and check it out. Doesn't really make a difference. We just need to land and switch ships. Hopefully one has salvageable scrap, and we can start making some money. It's not really the money. It's we need to really explore the fact that this ship needs to be helped a little bit. Yeah, I'm not going there. What's the space station look like? Okay, good. Normal. Cactus. Alright, where's the other? There's one behind you. You're a moon. That's no moon. That's an Ancient Bones place. We're not going there.
Hostile scan detected.
Oh my. Guess where we're going. What? What happened? Oh, that's embarrassing. Do you know what just happened? They didn't attack because they didn't find anything of value. That's embarrassing. Oh, God, this place is worthless. Come on, guys, let's look for another one. That was great. Let's see, we haven't discovered this one yet. What do we got? Salvageable scrap. Fungal mold, copper. We don't have any bad storms there. Let's check it out. And once we land, we can switch over. And while we're doing so... And there we go. That should help our propulsion, which goes over here. There we go. So that can recharge on its own now. I know, that was hilarious. How embarrassing. The pirates didn't even want to attack you. How sad. What an embarrassing outlaw I make. This looks good. Talk about your nice smooth planet, man. This is pretty good. That's supposedly is a cave in front of me. See? That's hilarious. Hey, buddy. I never did find all the creatures on that other planet, but it is what it is. Alright, let's pull in our Corvette. There we go. A very unimpressive ship. Okay. Planet with ruins? Congratulations, man. What's our hyperdrive? 109? 179. That's embarrassing. Alright, Starship Shield. What are we at? We're at 197. 249. 34%. That's really good. That's better than an S-Class. So that's good. Alright, 1689. 2000. Not that great of an upgrade. Alright, but useful for what we need it for.
Toxic protection. Stabilizing.
It's trying to attack me, but I'm in my ship. Alright, there we go. So let's just pull away for a little bit here. And the ever so great hovering ability, I need to set up a shortcut here. There we go. And we never have to land again. Take a look around and look for scrap. That's pretty much all we need to do. So we got scrap off the, I don't know if it's starboard or whatever. Wow, okay, they're like right here. Okay, let's go do that one. Just making sure there wasn't any like right underneath me. There was some behind me. So there you go. I still have the photon cannons. Do you see photon cannons anywhere on here? Oh yeah, they're right there. Alright. All right. And is that above ground or not? No, it's not. Figures. But I think if we can get the right angle. Sentinel boundary map. I love it. That's fantastic. All right. Hey, no problem, tradesman. Have a great time in Dune. Enjoy yourself, my friend. Yes, the other one does adjacency with the Infinite Knife and his other A-class module. Yes, yes. I have another one? Where? What are you talking about? There's only the two. I have no Infinite Knife. This... Oh, there was another one. What the heck? My bad. I'm sorry. That's up. That was on me. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I must have been looking straight at it and didn't even notice it. Okay. I was hoping for a supercharged slot out of it, but it didn't happen. All right. There was another one real close by. Right there. Okay. So this is just in and out of the ship. So what we're aiming for, we're trying to find some shields and maybe some upgrades. We shall see. Torpedo launcher, what do you think? So that was pretty good. So we got a torpedo launcher out of that. That's not bad. I don't know if I'm interested in it. It's just the rocket launcher and all that. I think it is, right? Isn't that the rocket launcher, or was that they disguised it as something else and it turned out to be something else entirely different? Like a cyclotron or something like that. Do. Okay. Rare item, that's always nice. What else did we get? 3 reinforced hull links and an Arcadia heavy booster again. So that's good. So this is kind of the... Oh, I almost tried to land. This is kind of the way I wanted to do things earlier. And this becomes the kind of the boring portion of things. But we just want to get this thing upgraded enough that it can hold its own. And then we can just continue to travel. We're going to continue to look for graves and probably some more crash ships. I don't know. I mean, technology is kind of a great thing. We do need more technology, but we don't have to go up top if we don't want to. Just look ahead. Like that. There. As long as you're out of the ship's seat. It's a rocket. Okay, that's what I thought. Thanks, Dimitro. That one looks like it's like just about sticking out of the ground. Shields. Fantastic. So we got the shields now. That was the one thing we really wanted to get. So we got 2 shields out of this. Awesomeness. This is a pretty good planet to find stuff on. Okay, so we got container there, container there. How far away are you? Alright, let's go to this one. Gotta step back away from your chair. It'll try to seat you back down. Like button, comment over on Twitch, guys. That's for YouTube, just so you know. Good deal. Firebox thruster. That's pretty cool. Kind of like those. Maybe a little better than the other ones. We'll see. $796. Let's just go ahead and grab that one. So what's the other thing we're looking for? Maybe a reactor would be kind of nice, or 2. Definitely more weapons would be great. It's It's easy to get a little greedy about it. That's always a nice thing to find. A little extra money. Curious deposits. There's another one right there. That's funny. I didn't know that was that close. Yeah, I do need the advanced mining laser. That is true. I got an ambassador class cockpit. Cool. What else? Very good. That's actually worth quite a bit. We could sell that for a good amount of money. What the heck is flashing? I think the outside landing lights are flashing inside the ship. A little bit of a glitch there. Come on now. We just got another good thing. So we just got ourselves a Zenith class reactor, so that's fantastic. Alright, good. Good. This is turning out nicely. So that's pretty much about all that I really wanted. We'll definitely have enough to get another infraknife. Or two, actually, now that I think about it. If we have room for it, right? Yeah, we can get two more in there pretty easily. We'll put another reactor there. And maybe we can swap out the thrusters. I don't know what they do for it. Let me see. 12 boost. Actually not bad. Maybe we won't. Okay, maybe we'll just keep these. And then we'll have to add the two shields in. So reactor, 2 guns, 2 shields. We have just enough room for all this. So we should be good. Leaving an armchair to a 0 like I did. What do you mean? I still have to find the other stuff. Okay, good. We need to find some crashed ships. We don't have to do that just yet. We will have to. The only way we're going to add this stuff is if we go to another station. So we'll have to find another one. I don't think, according to the rules, I don't think we can go to the same pirate station. I think once we've left the system, we've left the system for good. So we're going to have to find another pirate station. Sentinel ship, fleet with a long nose, all white. Oh, that's pretty cool. Nice. All right. If we do this, these are most of the stations I've been to, right? Systems, pardon me. But every now and then you run across a system you'd never been to. Like this one we had never been to, but somehow it showed up. Okay. So I don't see any other systems, unfortunately. That are pirates. So we'll have to wait till the next one and see what we do. Now, this planet, I don't know if it has... That's my ship back there. So finding a crashed ship in this is going to be a little bit tougher. But we do have the hyperdrive capabilities of this, right? Fully loaded and ready to go. We do need to get another one. If we can get another upgrade that has the efficiency, that would be great. So... shortcut for leaving a pilot armchair for key 0. Oh, you know what? I could probably put that on my mouse. My mouse has about 6 buttons I haven't utilized yet, but I just put it to number keys automatically. One of these days I'll do that, maybe. I don't know. So I don't know if this is going to be a good planet for looking for ships on or not. Just got to make sure I don't land. Shelter. The radar on this thing is so far in front of the cockpit, I'm having trouble seeing it. Yeah, that's a ship finding building, of course. It's always going to show me those when I don't need it. You know what's funny is there are a lot of times there's a ship nearby, but it won't give you that ship. It'll give you a ship really far away. I think that's funny. Oh, yeah, yeah. For instance, this here, diverting power to weapons, diverting power to sheet to engines, that's all on my mouse. Plus the ability to hold this button down and on my mouse and look around is also bound to a key. And it's not on my keyboard. So I just bound it onto the mouse. You can do a lot of that stuff. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm keeping it like this because I want to see if any ships show up. That's a little bit big, I think. This one's just a little bit big. This is probably a landing platform or something. Because I picked it up really far away. I'm kind of surprised by that. Maybe it's not. Guess not. Wait a minute. Is that? Oh, okay, no, there's just the dude down there next to that debris. Okay, that's all that is. That was weird. Yeah, so finding a moon, I think, is going to be our next option. We ought to find another moon. This looks like a building. Abandoned building. Like my new favorite thing now, to look for those sentinel ships. Yeah, I hear you. I like sentinel ships to have the treads on them, I think, personally. Those are my favorites. You know, beggars can't be choosers. When you're looking for a ship and you need to get a sentinel ship, you just pick out whatever you could find. That's all. Especially in a run like this. But later on down the road, yeah. Just look for whatever you like. Alright. I don't think this planet's going to offer me anything in regards to any ships right now. Looks like daytime is coming. So why don't we do that? Why don't we take a jump to one more system? Yeah, look at that. Another ship finding building. Gosh darn you. Is that the same one? No, that's not it. That can't be it. That would be too funny. Alright, yeah, let's leave the system. Let's go find another system with the moon. Two tread feet sentinel ships? Yeah, I've got so many saves. Gosh, I got 4 main saves, and I think all of them have at least one. Okay, so let's take a look. We're not going to get any details. There's a dissonance system right here. Ooh, 2 planets with 2 moons. Yeah, let's do that. 3 planets all total, and 2 of them have moons. So that's good. We'll do that. I like that. Appreciate you all sticking around this long, man. I'm probably going to be wrapping this up in the next 15 minutes or so. Because I've got to get some din-din before the wife gets home. Regular space station. Alright. Well, look at you. Okay, verdant, activated and aggressive. This looks like a moon. Yes, it is. Mechanical moon. Interesting. Supercritical with dissonance and salvageable scrap. Isn't that cool? That's going to be a good planet to go to. Let's just check this one out real quick. Okay, fungal mold. So what is that one? Supercritical, huh? Gamma. So we're talking radioactive. All right. This will be a good place to kind of settle down because we can look for ships here. We might even run across a sentinel ship without even using the echolocator. But this might be a good planet to do this for. So while we have the time, let's use the echolocator here. Let's find that place. We can't set up a base or anything like that. I can't even put a save point down at this point. And then we'll see what the ship looks like. I think that'll be pretty cool. Who knows? Maybe we'll get yet another multi-tool that we can't do anything with. We shall see. Okay. Oh, you know what I didn't transfer over? I didn't transfer anything over to, like, uranium, pyrite, things like that. I need to do that. Though, of course, we can get some uranium here. Alright, what kind of planet does this look like? That's not terrible. Well, that looks pretty good. Alright, let's pause here. Take a look down below. Deharmonized. Oh, great. Where'd my... I'm over a cave. Where did it end up? Alright, good, good. So let's pull in the other ship. Not you.
Radiation protection falling.
Yeah, you. And then what we'll do is we'll pull in... I don't think we're going to need that much pyrite, but the uranium we're definitely going to need. And I'll pick up some more here. Let's see, I'm going to take two of the shield batteries. I forgot to gather all this stuff up. There we go. That should be good. Is there anything else we want out of here? This would be good. Why don't we take this out since we're going to use this more often? How are you guys doing? That's actually nice. I don't know if I can install all of this, but maybe we'll trade it out. Maybe that's what I'll do.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
So we have to get in here. There we go. So let me move this over, and we'll actually, I think about replacing them is what I'll do. So I'll move this out, because we're going to need the room. And then... what we got? Where's the pyrite? There you are. Pyrite over, we'll move this over, we'll move this over. Got tons of chromatic metal, that's great. Batteries, repair kit. Okay, that looks good. There. Okay, move you over, and we'll put this back in the other ship. Real quick, just so we have that.
Navigational data received.
We have the ship behind us. Is there another ship coming our way? Yeah, there's another ship flying past. There he is. Alright. Wondered about that. Let me just go down and hit up the Explorer class real quick. Drop this back in. And we'll check that out. Wrong button. I meant to take that with. Okay, good. Alright, we're ready to go.
Radiation protection.
There it is. It's over here. Okay. Tank legs. Yeah. I know what you mean. Okay. Not you. I have to get in the cockpit first before it'll switch over. Okay, that should help out a decent amount. 423, there we go, that's good. Plus it'll give me a little bit more efficiency and stuff like that too, so that'll be nice. Alright, so we should have a good amount now. 1, 2, we can get 2 of those. Alright, we should be in good shape. The 1 reactor and the 2 shields. Alright. We could just get 1 extra spot, man. It would be very helpful, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, on our way. How far out are you? 1 minute? Okay. Let's keep an eye open for ships on the radar. Because if we can get the next upgrade, I want to say the next upgrade is the advanced mining laser, but it might be the hazmat gaunts. I don't remember which one comes next. We were right there. My bad. And there we are. Good, good, good. Skydive. Okay, good deal. Let's pick up some scrap. A multi-tool expansion kit. That would have been handy.
Radiation protection falling.
Nice. Getting some good stuff from here. That was some radiation protection. Get rid of those. Ah, and we got a storage augmentation for a ship. Isn't that fantastic? That's some good finds right there, man. Good deal. I know I can turn that into nanites, but I'm contemplating it. Grave hunting on the mechanical planet? That'd probably be good, especially if the weather is okay. That's a good point. Good system, you're right. Alright, so 13, 3, and 9. For some reason, I like to put them in numerical order. Alright, let's check it out. Squids? Oh, the squids are hard to find. Good deal. T formation on its side? Nice. It's hard to find them like that. That's true. That's true. They are good weather. I didn't even think about that. It's a good point. B-class, at least. It does have a supercharged slot, but I'm not getting anything out of this, unfortunately. I'm going to hold off on this one. I don't think it's really helping me at all. No reason to take it. I can't sell them or dismember them at all, so I'm not going to take up the room. Alright, let's go ahead and get to that ship. Check it out.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
Far out are you? Pretty far out. It is a moon after all, so it says it's longer than it really is sometimes, and if you just stay out in space a little bit, you can usually get there pretty quick. It said 15 minutes away. I think it's more like about 15 to 20 seconds. And I think we're coming up on it now. There it is. Yeah, that's true. But I don't know if I want to do that. That may be a little bit too much close to the cheating range. I think it's a sweep wing. It is. Look at that. Pretty. It's got the slides though. It doesn't have tank treads, but still. That's nice looking.
Radiation protection falling.
I don't particularly care for the back bed, but that's okay. This will be a nice ship. And remember to check it this time. Just pugnium, but it's something. Nice interceptor. C-class, but at least it's something. We won't be able to do anything for it. Hang on a second. Let me just check something real quick. Go into our escape log. See, salvage site. So this is where we're at right now. You see the other salvage site is there. I'm going to get rid of this one. I don't think we need it. We're going to stick to this planet as being the one, so we'll get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Okay, good. That's it. Alright, so we'll keep that, and we'll come back to it when we can get our advanced mining laser. So that's a nice looking ship. And it should stay on my radar indefinitely. Yeah, there it is. Where's my ship? I know. I was doing it again. And I didn't look around like I was told to make sure I do. Because on a planet like this, or a moon if the case may be, we might be able to see something. Okay, I don't see much. Alright.
Radiation
All right, good. I do need some uranium. So let me just take a quick look around because we do need that right away. Quicker the better. Copper, copper. Uranium at 387. That's pretty close, actually. Salt. Nice. Yeah, great. 500. All right, we'll just probably head to that one then. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. It's not far. Uh-oh. Phew, I skipped.
Radiation protection falling.
So for this ship, I'm going to go ahead and gather up about 300 of it. And like I said, I'm coming to the close of this episode, so we're probably going to go ahead and call it quits here right after this. I'm going to see if I can get as much as I can before I start to die. And then we'll be good.
Weather warning. Incoming storm.
Oh, that means I'm going to die sooner. Great. We have batteries. We'll be okay. But I really didn't expect us to get hit by a storm. Yeah, that should be good. Skipping.
Radiation protection falling.
Be great if it gave me radiation protection. Run, Forrest, run! We're so close. I don't want to use the batteries.
Radiation protection stabilizing.
There we go. Okay, good deal. Oh yeah, we got enough. Look at that. This
Technology recharge.
is good. And how much did we leave out? 3? Not bad. Not bad at all. Good. So we got inverted mirrors. We do definitely need to get ourselves a advanced mining laser. So scouring this planet for ships would be good, and then, like you said, checking out that other planet for graves would be really, really good. So we're in a good spot, I think. So let's go ahead and just jump in and out of the ship seat and get a save point. No, I didn't want to land. It's okay. Are the landers, are they fully charged? Yeah, they're fully charged. We're okay. Not worried too much about that. All right, good. Let's go ahead and get out of my seat. Restore point. Excellent. Good deal. So I think we did a great amount of work today. We do have access to a ship now. We need an advanced mining laser, so we need to start looking for crashed ships across this planet. We're just going to have to scour it and look for something. I think 1 or 2 crashed ships ought to get us to the advanced mining laser, and we'll be in good shape. And then once we have that, we can get the Sentinel ship, and we're ready to go. Cadmium drive. I think if we can get a 3rd crash ship, I think the cadmium drive is pretty early up on the list of things that you get technology wise. So as long as we can get that, we should be able to find a abandoned system. The problem is that we don't know, because we'll need an economy scanner. So there's another one. That's another one we're going to end up getting. So I think the next one is the economy scanner. After that is the hazmat gaunts or the advanced mining laser, one or the other. So finding ourselves more echolocators and finding more campsites would be a good idea. I think that'll be smart to do on this planet while we're looking for ships. So sounds like an exciting episode next time. Let's go ahead and get this wrapped up, guys. I want to thank you all for watching. Let me just jump out into the main menu first. Take a look, see how many hours we spent on it. Close to 8 hours. So not bad at all. All right, and we'll switch back to the main screen. So get out of that. We got some work to do here. Pull that up, pull this up. Really appreciate the subs today, guys, over on the YouTube side and the follows over on Twitch. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And the raids as well, but both Beeblebum and Jason. Always a pleasure to host all of your folks coming over with you. So thank you for that. No customization, Paul. All right. So that's ready to go. Okay, and on the Twitch side, let me see where we're at. So got a small group of you over here. I really appreciate it. The Twitch side is always a little difficult for me because I would need to open up something else to see who's streaming on Twitch, and I can look them up. I'd like to see if we can't stream someone doing No Man's Sky tonight. Let me just check real quick who's playing. Interesting. All right, we got a fella by the name of the Code Nickel. He calls himself a master builder, so we're going to go ahead and check him out over on the Twitch side. The Code Nickel, just as you heard it. He's an older fella. At least he says he is. I don't know if he's as old as me. Let me see here. Oh, actually, I just pulled up a whole bunch of people. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I think that'll be good. Search. There he is. All right, good deal. He's only been playing for a little while now. He's English, we make sure. So we'll make sure we can actually go ahead and do the raid over there, so that'll be pretty cool. So thank you very much over there, folks. On the Twitch side, we'll be hitting them up in a little bit. It will be a raid and run. I'll try to join up over there on the different chats so we can get that going. And on the YouTube side, we are going to check out, let me see who else is playing here tonight. All right. I'm going to go with my usual because everybody else is upcoming and not too many people are streaming this late that I usually follow. So we've got Delta again doing some Distant Worlds. So we'll go ahead and check him out. And I'm going to do a raid and run on him. And we're going to do a raid over on the Code Nickel and check it out. So say hi to Delta for me. Tell them it's an ElanPaul raid and they had to raid and run. Okay, guys, I appreciate you. You all have a great evening, a great rest of your week, and we will see you again next week. Watch for the next episode of Bounty Hunter coming out on Monday, as well as my anomaly video on Friday. So take care, everybody, and I think that's about it. So you all have a great time, and we'll see you again next time. Take care, everybody.